You're listening to Jonesy's Jukebox on KLOS. That was a new Coke Vial. Loading Zones. It's beautiful. Then we had Silver Sun Pickups, Lazy Eye. And we got Andrew Stockdale of Wolfmother here in the studio right now. How you doing?
Great. Thanks for having me back.
Yeah. You called me out of the blue.
Yeah, I thought, I just flew in 2 days ago and I thought I'd send you a message on Instagram, and yeah, it's amazing, that you actually check it or whatever,
No, it's my assistant.
So yeah, appreciate it. Thanks for having me on the show.
Yeah, well, you've been on before.
Yeah.
And that was good.
And that was the best interview I had of like all the press for that record. Because every other interview is sort of like uptight, kind of.
Well, it's
hard
awful.
sell.
It's awful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes you uncomfortable. It's all fast and no one's listening to what you're saying.
Oh yeah.
We can't swear on it, right?
Yeah. Totally. Yeah.
I just sense you was gonna like whoop a word.
Yeah. Good to be aware of that. I'm trying to cut back on swearing, but.
Well,
in general.
no, there's nothing wrong with swearing.
Yeah.
I love swearing.
Yeah.
I just can't do it on the box because you get fined.
Yeah.
Someone gets fined.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be the.
You get fined for everything these days. Like, if you take a photo on the street in LA, you can get, if you don't have a permit, you can get fined. We did this, played in a garage a few years ago in Laurel Canyon, and the director didn't have a permit and he got $3,000 fine or something.
But it was like a proper photo shoot thing?
Yeah, like for MySpace or something. But
MySpace.
they were trying to reinvigorate MySpace.
Oh, man.
That was, I just went, I was like, you sure you want to like do that? I mean, we've got 1 million followers on MySpace and no one goes there.
Have you told them you're not on there anymore and you're on Instagram?
No, I haven't. I've lost the username and password. I don't know how to get on there.
Wow.
It's the same with all these other ones like Spotify.
Maybe Tom can find it. Oh, Tom.
Yeah. Oh, Tom, he's the founder.
The MySpace. The picture. Right. It's his picture.
Yeah.
I actually, it's funny, at South by Southwest one year, he was going to be like a keynote or a big, he was going to, and he wanted me to interview him.
Yeah.
So I did that. He actually came on Jonesy's Jukebox years ago, and this was like before I even knew what a computer was.
Yeah.
Like a real old person. And he got me. He set me up. He didn't give me a computer and set me up on the MySpace thing and all that. He was a good guy.
Yeah.
I wonder where he is though.
It's funny. I was talking to this guy on the plane on the way over here. He said he used to work for Rupert Murdoch, and he said that Zelt, the guy from Facebook, Zuckerberg went in to see Rupert Murdoch, and he was like trying to get an investor, and Rupert Murdoch was like, "Oh, no, that'll never happen. We're investing in MySpace."
Well, I think he's got enough, isn't he, Murdoch? Ain't he an Aussie?
Oh yeah, he's full on, isn't he?
Ain't he from your neck of the woods?
Controls the.
Yeah, he's like the Wizard of Oz. He's the guy behind the curtain.
Yeah.
He's Australian, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Does he live there?
I'm sure his accountant probably says he doesn't.
He probably lives everywhere, that bloke. He actually don't live in the world. He lives on this little planet that just
Mauritius.
Circles this world.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he's a good dude or not. A lot of people don't like him, Murdoch.
No. That's what happens, isn't it, when you get all that power?
Well, in the wrong hands, yeah. Some people do good things, and then some people just get worse.
It's like getting roadies to hand out backstage passes at a gig.
You just can't get good help anymore.
You get corrupted.
Do you ever do that? Are you married or anything? You single?
Yes, I have. I have a son. Well, I have 2 kids.
Yeah.
I just had a son 8 months ago.
Yeah.
So I took off 6 months.
Yeah.
to be at home.
Do you have a woman with them two
Yeah,
kids?
yeah.
And you all live together?
Been together for 20 years.
Wow.
So since I was 22, met her when I was, there was like some guy busking on the street and I'd had a few beers and I just joined in with him and was playing Jumping Jack Flash, and she walked past with her friend and they were like, don't talk to that guy, he's sketchy.
You?
Because they knew me from school.
Oh, him, the busker.
The two girls who were walking past whilst I was playing with the busker.
Yeah.
But yeah, I ended up talking with her, and
One
yeah,
thing
20
led to
years.
another.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's going good?
It's it's going good. It's been all over the shop. That you know, been threatened to be kicked out at many a time, but no, she's very forgiving and
I don't know how you do it, marriage and all that.
so you've
Always been single.
so you just meet someone and then you say
I
this
give
is not
them a backstage pass.
yeah, and you say
Even if I'm
keep-
not backstage.
but you're happy.
Do you do meet and greets?
I'm not that well established yet to
Oh, you don't? Okay.
I think people would laugh at that. Like,
People pay for that.
I've had someone banging on the door going, well, I'll pay $300 just to have a beer with you guys. And I was like, don't worry about that.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Make it 500 and I think about it.
But
Yeah, it's a kind of it's because the music business has been hit. Now people have business guys, whatever, whoever, have figured out another way to get a little bit more dough
Yeah.
to make up for the dough that they're not making.
yeah,
And that old VIP thing is a whole thing.
yeah, yeah,
Most people do it, you know.
yeah. I heard what Chance the Rapper gives his music away but charges $75 a selfie.
So he makes you think you're getting a deal on one end,
Yeah.
but then comes round the back with the slam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you get people asking you for selfies a lot?
$50 I charge for. Yeah. No.
Like on just when you're out and about, or no one?
Fun and for free, man.
Yeah,
Fun and for free.
I always like, as a joke 5 years ago, I was like, oh, $10.
Yeah.
But then they laugh it off and no way are they paying for it.
Yeah.
I would never go tell someone to reach into their pocket and give me money for a
It's too
photo.
embarrassing. Although in '96, when the Sex Pistols first got back together, we did like a world tour.
Yeah,
Did about 100 shows. We went to Oz.
yeah,
But you'd get the guys, you know, the ones who sell stuff on eBay. They're just hanging about outside
yeah,
the hotels. I was tired of it back then.
yeah,
I mean, you know, I don't hate these guys. They're just trying to make a few bucks.
yeah,
But some of them would come up with like guitars
yeah,
and say, "Will you sign this?"
yeah.
And I said, "Give me some money, I'll sign it." Just like you would a baseball card. Just like a baseball card. And I started
Yeah,
doing it.
yeah.
I don't do it anymore.
Did they give you some money?
Yeah, because they're just going to sell it. They're just going to have to take less because
Yeah,
they're giving me some now.
yeah. For just the pick guard, or was
That's the
yeah,
trick.
Yeah,
The pick card, because then they'll change it on whatever other guitar, you know.
yeah. So did they give you a pick guard or a guitar?
Both.
Yeah,
Both.
that's a fair investment though, isn't it, to buy an
Yeah.
entire guitar set?
You know what's bizarre? I was out with a couple of buddies of mine last week, and I was up at this place where we go and get something to eat, and there was like 3 dudes sitting outside where this restaurant was, and they're like, "Hey!" And I just carried on walking.
Yeah,
Went in there and ate, and when I come out,
yeah,
they had pictures of me,
yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, and
Printed.
want me to sign it. I'm like,
Yeah,
they had no idea I was coming up there. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking, where did they have like a printer in the car or something?
yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
They probably do. Maybe they just hang around certain areas and
They just go on
Wait.
the internet, Google your name, see a picture, boom, print. Because it was so bizarre that
Yeah.
that I can't think of any other way
Yeah.
unless they just have a car full of like celebrity pictures in their car hoping they're going to run into them.
it's so quick these days
Yeah.
with like Wikipedia. Like, I mean, just
yeah.
when I came through like immigration 2 days ago, and they said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm on tour. What's the name of your band?" Wolfmother. they're like, so the other members of this and you're there. And I was like,
Yeah,
whoa,
yeah,
he's on
yeah.
Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Just checking it out
Yeah.
at the drop of a hat.
Yeah. It's a
So-
whole new world.
Yeah, same with music too, with all this
Now you got
streaming and...
Yeah, it's just you just got to roll with the punches. You just got to roll with the punches. Listen,
Yeah.
you got a solo album, man. That's what you're doing, right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
You've given Wolfmother a little break.
Well, I'm going on tour on Wednesday doing 7 dates across Chicago.
With Wolfmother.
With Wolfmother. But I want to keep 2 on the boil, you know what I mean? I want to have that freedom to play with different band members and also...
So it was just to change it up. It's because basically it could have been Wolfmother with the same
Could have
songs.
been. I could have whacked Wolfmother on the front, but which I have done many a time before.
Yeah.
But this time I just thought, you know, when you go into the studio and like anyone can play on a record, like you could lay down some guitars
Yeah.
and you could get anyone, and then at the end of it you go, what's this called?
Yeah.
And then you kind of think, you know, should you make up a new name or
Yeah.
like, so I just thought I'll put my name on it because I was, you know, even when I go into the studio, I used to take in like 5 people, one guy rolling joints, the other guy's getting a slab of beer, the other guy's playing ping pong at Greenwich, you know, the studio, I forgot what it's called, Village Recordings.
Village, yeah. It's
Went in there,
west, it's that way.
spent 20 grand, made an absolute piece of crap. And so I learnt the hard way that, like, go in by yourself.
Got to be focused.
You know what I mean? And the party can happen
Later.
So that's half of the reason for going solo is just because I thought that's my process. You know, I do the riffs, I put the drums down, I play everything, and then I get people to sort of redo the drums because they play a bit better than me. I go in and out of time.
So you are Wolfmother, basically.
Yeah, I've been doing that since the
So you
start.
don't actually have a band?
Well, you asked
When
me,
you
mate.
go on the road, you got...
Right now, I've got a band starting for Wolfmother on the 15th, but as a solo dude now, yeah, I don't have a band, but it's you know, look at Chuck Berry just rocking up to a gig and tell them the set
he
list.
picks up the locals.
Yeah,
You know, they all know the standards.
yeah.
And then boom, he gets some money in a brown paper bag, and he's off to the next.
Like you could put together a band in 2 seconds.
I'm too lazy.
Like seriously, you could I mean, if you don't know your songs, you're in the
my
wrong
songs.
place.
No, I know my songs.
I mean, if other people don't know it, they're in the wrong place. You know what I mean?
Well, Never Mind the Bollocks is a bit different than Johnny Be Good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's
Yeah.
dudes who could figure out Never Mind the Bollocks in 2 seconds. But I don't want to go on the road as me doing Never Mind the Bollocks.
Yeah.
I got a lot of other songs.
So you would
I'm
just
actually
throw it in
putting-
at the end or something?
Well,
or?
a couple.
Yeah.
But I'm actually doing a band right now with we're going to start rehearsing, me and Billy Idol, the drummer from the Sex Pistols, Cookie, and the bass player from Generation X,
Yeah.
oh God, Tony James, and we're going to call ourselves Sex Generation,
Yeah.
and we're going to do a lot of their Generation X songs and a few rarities and a few professional songs that I could sing. And we're going to see how it goes. We're going to start rehearsing in
Yeah.
October in LA and see how it goes.
Well, it sounds massive already.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Should we play your big single?
Yes, please. That'd be great. Yeah.
Lazy.
Yeah, yeah.
It's very Faces. Were you inspired by kind of Faces?
I will be straight and tell you my influences on this, but
Yeah.
well, yeah, it's got that Rod Stewart "Stay With Me" kind of vibe,
Right.
and Savoy Truffle
Who's
off
he?
the White Album, Savoy Truffle with the
Beatles?
Beatles with the sax and alto sax playing like a riff. That's where I sort
We'll
of
have to play it afterwards. Compare it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
that. You a big Beatles fan then?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's kind of what I grew up on. Yeah, like,
Who would you if you had to choose between the Rolling Stones or the Beatles?
I listened to the Beatles, but I'd listen to the Stones, but I'd have to choose the Beatles.
Yeah.
Like the Beatles is the holy grail,
Yeah.
but I don't really listen to them. I listen to the Stones.
Yeah, me too.
But I respect, I can't help but, respect the greatness of,
I never play the Beatles.
Yeah,
I always play the Stones on the box here.
because you don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear.
But I
any
also
of it again.
love the Kinks,
Yeah.
and the Who.
Yeah,
So, Beatles, yeah, they're great songs, but they're not my holy grail.
yeah,
Let's
No.
play your song.
yeah.
We're here with Andrew Stockdale of Wolfmother, and we're going to play his new album, his solo album, Slipstream. It's out Friday, September 14th. And is this the single, Lazy?
Yeah, and it's on pre-order on iTunes now too.
Yeah.
Yeah, if anyone uses that, but
I think I do. I think people, do people just nick stuff now and not pay for it?
that's it. Like people say, "Oh, are you making a CD?" And I'm like, just burn one. Just
Yeah.
download it and burn it. Why do you want me to
Yeah,
like
I
go to
know.
the post office and mail you
Forget
and put it in
about
a
it.
piece of plastic and
forget it. So CDs. Jonesy's Jukebox, Callowes. Jonesy's Jukebox. Oh, I forgot to put the headphones on. You're listening to Jonesy's Jukebox on Callowes. That was the Rolling Stones. Mother's Little Helper. Then we had the Beatles. Savoy Truffle from the White Album. And then we had Andrew Stockdale from his new project, Slipstream is the name of the album. And that track we played was Lazy. It's out Friday on iTunes. Yeah.
yeah, iTunes, Spotify, everything. Amazon, all the digital stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What does that mean, Savoy Truffle? Is that
I think he had. Was it Eric Clapton had a sweet tooth or something, and George Harrison wrote it about the chocolates that he used to eat or something.
Oh, because truffles ain't sweet.
Really? Are they?
It's like, what is it, like a mushroom, isn't it, a truffle? Chocolate-covered mushroom. But I think they do do with the word truffle in it.
It's like the rich man's.
The finer things in life.
Like they dig it up out of the ground and
Yeah.
it's worth like a fortune or something.
Yeah,
like that.
something like that. It's a rarity.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I forgot. Where peanuts come from?
No.
Do you know how they're grown?
Off a tree or something, or a vine or something, or
Underground. They're from they're on roots.
Yeah,
underground.
yeah.
I just found that out the other day. I had no idea. I thought
Yeah.
because the almonds on a tree, right?
Yeah.
Almond tree. So you'd figure peanuts would be the same, but they're not.
Yeah. See, we're so disconnected to food, aren't we?
You are.
We don't know. We don't know where it comes from half the time.
Well, yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. And then poor old rhinos having their tusks cut off because some bloke in China thinks it's a cure-all to use the
Get the
stuff from the tusks.
aphrodisiac or something.
Yeah, it's all bollocks. There's no
Yeah.
proof that is actually anything.
Yeah.
Is there any like hunting in Australia?
You do see people going out in those utes with the shooting roos and stuff. Yeah.
Shooting who?
Roos.
What's that?
Kangaroos.
Oh, kangaroos.
Yeah. Roo shooting.
Ah, really? That's a thing?
Yeah.
And what do they do with them?
Eat them.
They eat them.
Yeah.
They don't put their heads on the wall.
Yeah, I don't know if that's... At least I haven't seen any on the wall in a cat. I don't know what... It's such a cute-looking animal. You wouldn't want to hang that on the wall.
But they like boxing, don't they?
They can attack, yeah. Yeah. Quite aggressively, yeah.
Yeah. And what provokes them to get angry? Is there someone just like you have to kind of corner them or something, or do you just have to annoy them? I mean, why do they
Probably like
retaliate?
Trying to take a selfie with them or something.
Now, is there any big animals like in Australia? Because it's such a big
Big
place.
animals.
You know, like rhinos, elephants. Is there any big animals?
That's Africa. We don't have that.
You don't have them.
We
there,
don't have
right?
that. We got,
What?
sharks is the biggest.
Yes,
threat.
you got loads of them in Sydney.
Yeah.
You still have that net on Bondi Beach.
I haven't
There's a big net there, right? That
I
was
haven't
put out
swam on
there.
Bondi for 10 years. Like every time I go to Bondi, I just like think, what a crap hole. There's no way I'm gonna, because there's so many nice beaches in Australia.
That are
The inner
not-
city beach, it's just packed full
With-
of Brazilians.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
want to
it's
go
all right.
somewhere where it's less. I get it.
What do you think of the beaches here? Like, I mean, do you
I
go
never
to-
go in them.
You don't go near it.
I mean, Malibu's okay. I've got
Yeah.
a couple of pals who live out in Malibu. I go out there sometimes, but I've got. I used to go in the water, but I'd always get like an ear infection or
That's why I
eye
stopped
infection
too. Yeah, that's why I stopped.
because it's a lot of it's toilet.
And you get sick of just having that thing in your ear, just
Yeah, it's the worst.
clicking away, and
It's the worst.
you want to do gigs or you got to fly
Yeah.
or whatever, and I just don't risk it anymore.
Yeah. But no big animals that we don't know of. Like
Yeah.
like a lot of people don't know what koalas are.
Yeah.
Have you got any like weird big animals there that you
Emus. Have you seen that?
Oh, they're the big
with
with
the
the big
long
necks.
neck and the beak and everything.
Ugly
they're
things,
pretty
right?
freaking weird looking things.
They've got
but-
funny looking faces with buck
Yeah.
teeth.
Yeah. Yeah, I always worried I'm going to get my eye pecked out or something looking at one of those things
They
at the
could be
zoo or something.
they can be a bit aggro,
Volatile. Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I take my daughter up to the zoo up near my place every now and again, which is the zoo is actually owned by some big underground criminal in Sydney
Rupert Murdoch.
that
Rupert Murdoch.
not Murdoch, but
A bloke like him.
some not that sophisticated. But yeah, he's
And what's the zoo like? Any good?
it's good. It's got this big castle there, and
I'm not a big
actually,
fan.
I probably shouldn't say that, should they? They're nice people.
I really love them.
I go there
guys.
all the time. Now they're gonna.
I'm not a fan of zoos. To
I
be
can't
honest
go
with you.
back there now. Jeez.
Yeah, you will. No one's going to hear this. There's no one listening. But yeah, I'm not a fan of zoos.
I don't like it. It stinks, and you always get a cold or something. There's so many
They look so sad.
germs, and yeah,
The big apes and that in there. You look at them, they look just bummed off,
yeah. The kids
bummed
like it.
out.
Kids like it. Kids
know.
connect with the,
Well, it's good. It's good to show kids other things in the world other than just other humans.
other than an iPad.
Yeah, but do they have like? So you don't have like safari in Australia? There's really nothing to look at other than kangaroos and koalas.
Australian outback is pretty. It's not that. It's not that glamorous. It's not like Africa. Or, it's
There's
sort
not
of.
all them different species.
It's just a hard,
I want to do that.
hard,
Hard.
down out, freaking.
It's hard.
Unsophisticated, backwards, freaking.
I want to go across the country one day. It's a bucket list for me.
Yeah.
Not up or down, but just from one side right through the other where there's nothing going on. Do you pass Ayers Rock on the way if you're going through the middle?
I've never done that drive, but I've heard of people doing it. It's like 5 days
Yeah.
across one dirt track that goes.
I
the
want
whole
to do
way.
it. I don't,
Yeah.
obviously not by myself,
Yeah.
with someone who knows what they're doing and
Yeah.
someone who got gas. You need extra gas, right? Because there's not a lot of gas stations. Or
I
is-
would
or
say
is there?
I would say I'd join you for that, but you sure you want to do that?
In the winter there, not the summer, because you just fry.
You could get flooded because there's in the rain in summer with the storms or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm not an expert on that, but I've heard of people going, "Yeah, I'm going to drive across Australia,"
Yeah.
and usually like European backpackers or something. Go,
Who don't know the ropes.
but I mean, it's like driving to Vegas. That's pretty isolated. I drove there last time, and I just took
Arizona.
a coffee and
Yeah.
half a bottle of water, and at like 3 hours in, I'm like, "There's nothing here."
Yeah. I like that, though, personally.
Yeah,
I like that. Be
I didn't even
far
fill up
as
the
away.
tank.
Yeah.
because you'd have to have a backup. I mean, if you
Well,
went
yeah,
across
yeah.
Australia, you'd have spare tires. I mean,
Yeah, I'll
it's
do it with someone who
dangerous.
knows what they're doing. I wouldn't do it by myself.
It's probably more dangerous than flying.
Yeah, but
A lot. But in your mind, flying is probably more dangerous than driving.
You're defeating the object when you're flying because you're around people. I want to be. Not only are you around people, you're in a tube with people.
Yeah.
I want the opposite.
Yeah.
I don't want to be around anyone for miles.
Yeah.
And I just want to get out in the middle of nowhere and just kind of drive.
Yeah. You wouldn't have like a anxiety attack and just go, oh,
Maybe.
where am I?
Maybe.
I sort of had that on the way to Vegas. I was just like, this is really dangerous. Like, this is really dangerous. And then I was like, you just let go and you go, stuff it.
Yeah. So hell with it.
But I've done it a million times on a bus, but I just never knew I never was in a bunk or sleeping or.
It's good though. You know what? I drove around America once for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
I wasn't driving for 6 weeks. I stopped in Austin for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Then carried on driving up to New York. I stayed in New York for 2 weeks. Then I went across the top.
Yeah.
Along, I don't know what it is, the 46. It goes past all the Nebraska and Utah and ended up Sacramento and ended up in Northern California, where the place that I always go.
Yeah.
But my point was that you'd be driving, man, and a lot of emotions come up when you're by yourself for that long in the middle of. And I like that.
Yeah.
Kind of get in touch with you.
Yeah.
The real you. There's nowhere to kind of run to. I like that.
Yeah. That's exactly how I felt too, like driving to Vegas. I just thought, man, when I pulled over at that servo and they had water and, nice Mexican lady, how you going? You just go, people, a lot of time you want to get away from people. Then when you're in that situation, you sort of go, you're grateful that you have the most basic things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it really, it's very humbling to be out in that, unforgiving landscape or whatever, and you realize you're like a speck. Because, this industry can make you feel big. Hey, you think you're the center of the universe, and then you get out there and you realize
you're just nothing.
And so it makes you kind of more grateful for it.
Yeah.
But whatever. that comes and goes anyway.
But originally the whole world was like that. Nothing. It's just humans built cities.
Yeah.
Prior to that, it was the same thing all over.
Like when you were touring back in the day, you would have felt like when you went to America or Australia or something that you were gone. Like no one could call you, no one knew what you were doing.
Well, back then there was not a lot of cell phones or technology, Should we play some music?
Yeah.
Are we boring everyone to death?
We have another song.
I've got another song. We're playing another one of them bleeding songs off his record?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you want to play?
I'm
Please do. Thank you.
Slipstream?
Slipstream.
You're here on Jonesy's Jukebox on Carlo West with my mate Andrew Stockdale. I've got a terrible Aussie accent.
It's a hard one, hey?
It's not. I just haven't practiced it.
Yeah.
I've got to do a bit of practice.
Yeah.
Go
Can I do my Cockney accent?
on then.
Here we go. We've got a new track here, Slipstream, innit? We'll just whack that on, give it a whirl, and what do you say? What's it?
You say good, eh? You're listening to Jonesy's Jukebox on Carlo West. G'day.
G'day.
That was
I never say g'day.
You never say that?
No, I can't pull it off, but...
That's the one word that everyone, when they say, do an Australian accent, that's the one word, right?
Yeah. My dad's English.
Is he?
He's from Northern England, so I grew up with a lot of English TV, and so in a lot of ways I'm more aligned with English culture.
Yeah, but your Cockney accent was terrible.
Yeah.
Good, say something else.
I'll take that criticism.
Say something else.
Like Cockney?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Well, we're here now. We got Stockdale's new record. It's called Slipstream. And it's on your radio, KLOS. And
You sound Australian! It's okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a song called what was that called? That song?
I believe it was called Slipstream.
Oh, that's the title track of the
Yeah.
album.
Yeah, you've forgotten already, ain't you?
I was a bit confused there.
I've got a cello player in there and all.
Cellos, no didgeridoo.
Couldn't get the bloody the dig player couldn't afford the economy flight.
Yeah. He wanted selfies as well. For nothing.
He met a bird in Hawaii. Lost contact with him.
Oh man. So who was the Rolf Harris?
Well, yeah. Stay
I
away
know.
from that one.
I know. It's a bad word.
Yeah.
But he was that. Do you remember him? You was probably too young. He was
yeah.
big in England.
Yeah.
You know, two little boys. When you
My
think
dad
about
looks
the lyrics
exactly
after
like
all
Rolf
that.
Harris.
Does he?
People see my dad and go, he looks like Rolf Harris.
And they give him dirty looks.
So, and that used to be good, and now it's like, nah.
He should change his look. Oh man.
Yeah, what about Rolf Harris? He seemed like a nice guy. That's the thing, isn't it?
He had a show in England where he was a good drawer. He could draw a picture real quick of someone.
Yeah.
And he had that whole thing, you know. He had that shtick going, and a lot of people liked him.
Yeah.
You know, like he was like Mr. Ed kind of. You know, Mr. Ed is like in America it was a big show where it's like this good guy everyone loves him, but then he turned out to be, you know, a fiddler.
Yeah. Well, that's what they say, isn't it? The nice guys in real life aren't nice, and the not so nice ones actually, you know, the ones with a bad rap seem generally the most genuine. And,
Yeah. We got to visit the Duke.
Yeah.
And when we come back, we're going to be doing some more stuff for you. You brought your guitar with you, right?
Yeah.
We'll do some.
Should I
jamming.
mention this also? Whenever I go on tour and I'm like anxious about leaving home for like going the other side of the world, I watch you on YouTube.
Yeah.
And it's like this holistic, relaxing vibe.
Yeah.
And I feel like a family member or something. You know what I mean? I feel like I
Uncle
know
Steve.
you. And everyone that you talk to, it's like you bring out like you cut through all the showbiz stuff and everyone's like real with you, and it's really insightful and refreshing
Yeah.
to watch what your interviews, and
Yeah.
I think people are like yearning for that
Yeah.
because we've been fed so much
Crap.
hard
yeah.
sell stuff.
Yeah.
People trust you, you know, like all the artists trust you because
Yeah.
you're not looking to like find an angle and get a cheap headline and say, we played a game and then I electrocuted the Wolfmother guy with a buzzer and
Yeah.
he's got a wig on and, you know.
Yeah. Well, Andrew, I really appreciate you saying that for me. We're going to visit the Duke. We'll be back after a word from these sponsors. Thank you. You're listening to Jonesy's Jukebox. G'day.
Hey,
That was...
hiya.
Huh?
Hiya.
That was Deep Purple, Black Knight. Is that Knight with a K? It's not like a knight in shining armor.
No.
He's talking about a knight.
N.
Yeah.
Sir Lancelot and Merlin and...
Merlin? Merlin? Black Knight. And then Black Sabbath, Children of the Grave.
That's a ominous title.
I'm with, if you've just tuned in, I'm with Andrew Stockdale of Wolfmother. And he's come here. You was in Hawaii before this. Is that what you said?
Last time I came over, I stopped off in Hawaii.
Not this time.
Not this time. Like a month ago. There's a cheaper flight, Hawaiian Airlines.
Yeah.
They give you I know you don't drink, but, you know, they give you a nice little mojito or something. It's got, you know, the Hawaiian shirts.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I just stayed there for 4 days. Bought this at the newsagent.
The Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah.
I know. I tried to get a Hawaiian shirt. That's a nice one, actually. I like the colouring on that one.
$12 at the ABC newsagent.
$12.
Yeah,
You're
and here
kidding
they're
me.
like probably in a vintage store at Abbot Kinney for 80 or something.
$600. Yeah, something stupid. So you got a gig as Wolfmother on October 30th at the Observatory in Santa Ana.
Yeah,
But you've got a solo album out right now called Slipstream,
yeah,
and it's due to be released this Friday on iTunes and all the other doodahs.
yeah.
And you're just a juggler.
I'm going to put it on my website too,
yeah?
andrewstockdale.net, and just download it directly off the site.
Yeah. So are you going to stay in LA now till
Yeah,
October?
yeah. I'm going to go back to Australia, do a quick tour there,
Wow.
like just little venues, and then come back at,
As
in
Wolfmother or
Andrew, just under my own name, Andrew
Yeah.
Stockdale.
yeah.
Go in there, and you never know if it's gonna, anyone will turn up, whether it's Wolfmother or Andrew Stockdale,
Yeah.
because like I've heard you say before, that in rock and roll we love the band name, and it's bands, it's bands. That,
It's the brand name
Yeah,
because they know they're going to hear a certain amount of songs. Let's say
Yeah.
the Rolling Stones.
yeah,
People go to see the Rolling Stones because they know they're going to hear Jumpin' Jack Flash and blah, 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 blah. And then if Keith Richards or Mick Jagger do solo records,
yeah,
no one really cares.
Yeah.
Just hardcore fans. It's just
Yeah.
the way it goes.
yeah. And it's not like, yeah, you're still playing guitar. You're still same person who was on that stage,
They want that name, buddy.
and you think like it's not like you're like taking up basketball or something. You're doing something. You're doing the same thing.
They want
But
that
they're
name.
like, what is that?
They're like, Andrew Stockdale, who's that? I know Wolfmother. I'll go and see that. I'm not going to go and see... Who's he?
Yeah.
But you are Wolfmother.
Well, yeah.
You're the main dude, right?
I've been running it for like 10 years.
Yeah.
On my own. Yeah, with various people along the way.
Yeah.
Who've been in 4 years, 9 years, 5 years, or whatever. So, it's almost like a solo project in that way.
Yeah.
But
Did you say, we're talking about Deep Purple, did you say that Richie Blackmore, is it a secret? Have you seen the documentary?
we might be doing something. Yeah.
Have you seen?
Not yet,
It's
no, but-
fantastic.
yeah.
It's fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Richie Blackmore's story.
Yeah. He's
You
as
gotta
as
see
we
it.
were saying, he's so eloquent and what's the word? He doesn't mince his words. He's
Yeah.
just so
He don't suffer fools.
yeah,
He's the boss.
yeah.
He's no one's wiper, that's for sure.
And it's like they built up rock and roll before there wasn't really like the format of with all the touring and the branding and all the stuff that we have now. They must be like, oh, we made a few good records and we changed, or then we did this, or
Yeah. So do you like Hawkwind?
In the early days, people said we sounded similar to that. I do, yeah. There's a few songs.
Silver Machine?
Yeah, yeah. I remember listening to that in a basement in London with the guy who was booking our shows back
Yeah.
in the early days.
Yeah.
Got us a support with the Black Keys.
Oh yeah.
That was at Shepherd's Bush.
Shepherd's Bush Empire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was brought up not far from there, round the corner in Shepherd's Bush.
Hey, that's like
That
I'm trying to think
place,
yeah,
that place, the Shepherd's Bush Empire used to belong to the BBC, where they would have concerts.
yeah,
And I snuck in there once, and they were recording the Faces
yeah,
with an audience, and I kind of got in round the back door when the Faces first got together.
yeah,
So that place has got a lot of history.
yeah,
A
yeah.
lot of history. What was you going to say?
I was going to say that now there's the fancy the hotel around the Key West or something, or there's like the trendy hotel there.
Round by the Shepherd's Green? In the green there?
I forgot. There's a fancy hotel there. We played 2 nights at the Hammersmith Apollo.
Yeah.
I had about 8 people in there. I went to get back into my own hotel.
Yeah.
And there was a security guard at the rotating door before you go into the
He
hotel.
wouldn't let you in?
And he's like, have you got your key?
Yeah.
And I was trying to get my key. I just came back. and he almost got me in a headlock and took me out of the hotel. And I said, when I was checking out the next day, I said, I got kicked out of the lobby, and I just spent $5,000 in this place.
Yeah. What'd they say?
They're like, oh, well, whatever.
Yeah. Nice.
That's the funny bit of rock and roll, though, isn't it? It's
Well,
like,
in hindsight, did you have any part in it? Was it stupid? That
I
you
just
didn't have your
walking
key?
through, like,
Yeah.
I just wasn't quick enough with the card and everything, but I think they just think you couldn't afford to stay here.
Yeah, look
or,
at you.
Even flying around, like, I think people thought I was a competition winner in business class for the last 10 years. They're like, is this guy's dad? Is someone paid for him? And
They're like, oh, not that guy sitting in front of me. I'll never be able to see the TV screen.
it's funny. Yeah, that's the beauty of rock and roll. Is
You got
that
some
it gets you.
lovely hair. You got
Well, thank you.
nice big barnet.
Thank you. Yeah.
Do you want to hear some Hawkwind? Silver Machine.
Yeah.
Jonesy's Jukebox, KLOS, with my guest Andrew Stockdale of Wolfmother. Take it away, son. Jonesy's Jukebox on KLOS with my guest Andrew Stockdale of Wolfmother. How are you,
Hello.
Andrew?
Great. Real good, real good.
That's great.
Having a lovely time here.
That was Hawkwind, a track called Silver Machine, with Lemmy on vocals.
And they kicked him out, didn't they?
They did, them guys.
Because he didn't turn up for a lobby call because he's taken too much acid or something.
It was probably amphetamine. He'd been up for 10 weeks.
He did all right.
I don't know if he did.
He did better without him.
Yeah, but that was an accident that he was singing on that song. The other bloke was meant to be singing it, but he was sick when they were in the studio.
Yeah.
And Lemmy supposedly ended up was sung, and that's the only kind of success they had. It actually went in the charts. That was a big influence on me when I used to hear that on Top of the Pops.
Yeah.
That was like a turning point for me. Like, wow, this is cool.
You can do it.
I mean, really, it was one of them songs. There was a few of them songs, but that was definitely one of them for me. And I miss old Lemmy. He was a sweetheart, a gentleman. Did you ever meet him?
Couple of times, yeah.
He was great.
First time I met him when I was, should I keep the accent going?
All right.
First time I met Lemmy, right, I was doing a song rehearsal with Slash for a song I did, By the Sword. I saw Lemmy out the front, and he had a gallon of Jack Daniels, is it?
Yeah.
Jack Daniels and a slab of Coca-Cola, and he's standing there, and I thought, this guy's got it, and he's got the presence.
Oh, I've
He's
just,
a real
I've just
deal.
realised you're doing an English accent.
He's got this bloke. I go up to him and he goes, Wolfmother, right? I was like, yeah. I was just like, I
He
just
knows
couldn't say
me.
anything. He goes, Wolfmother. I was like, yeah. He goes, well, yeah, good record. Yeah, but he goes, you want a drink? I was like, oh no, I just flew in from Australia. And I was like, I walked away and I was like, did you just turn down a drink from Lemmy?
Yeah.
You freaking idiot.
Yeah.
And next time I saw him, I was like, I've lost the accent. I was like, hey, Lemmy, about that drink.
Oh, have you lost the accent? Okay.
I was like, about that drink, let me out. And he goes, bang, whoop, gets out the scotch. There you go.
There you go.
And sat in the band room reading a book.
Yeah. Was that the Rainbow?
The Vodafone.
A show. You was
yeah,
at a show.
Yeah, it was for Golden Globe.
Oh, the golden, the metal thing.
Golden Gods.
Yeah. I think I might have been at that. Was Volbeat playing there?
Who?
Volbeat.
I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, I remember what Slash played with Lemmy, Dave Grohl, and they did
It must have
Ace
been
of Spades and
yeah.
a bunch of other.
I think it was a different year.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? We're gonna visit the Duke. You know what the
Yeah.
Duke is, Andrew?
Tell me what's the Duke?
It's Cockney
Yeah.
for we're gonna visit the Duke of Kent.
Yeah.
We're gonna pay the rent.
Oh, right.
So we're going to commercials.
Oh, yeah.
Tie your kangaroo down, sport. Tie your kangaroo down. You're listening to Jonesy's Jukebox on KLOS. How are you?
Going great, yeah.
It's great to have you here, Andrew.
I'm having a fantastic time, Jonesy.
You really are a great guy.
Hey, well, thank you.
That's Andrew Stockdale, everybody, from Wolfmother.
Yeah, right? Andrew Stockdale, right?
You're really? That's great.
Yeah.
So how are you?
Doing real good, you know. I got my solo record out. It came out on, when did it come out? 4 days ago.
What accent is that one? What is that?
Yeah.
That's a conglomerate of something, a number of accents.
Yeah, it's, transatlantic, a little bit of Californian, right?
A little bit of Rolf in there, a little bit of... Mr. Shovel has some information.
Yeah, we have a winner, Nolene Jenkins from La Quinta. Just heard today's 5K band of the day. Foo Fighters scored tickets to Judas Priest and Deep Purple at 5 Point Amphitheater on September 27th. Now in the running for $5,000. And the next chance to qualify is at 2 with Gary.
That's great.
Tickets furnished by Live Nation.
Fantastic. Listen, so we got our axes. We said we were going to do something. But
Yeah.
You want to do the song Lazy, the one that we...
Yeah, let's give that another plug.
This is the first single off the new Slipstream album that's coming out on the 14th. That's this Friday,
Yeah,
I believe,
yeah,
on iTunes and all the other stuff.
yeah.
What is all the other stuff there, Andrew?
What other stuff? Amazon.
Amazon.
Yeah. What else do they say? Google Play, right?
Yeah,
that's
Google.
a big one too.
That's great.
Yep. Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon.
What's the other big one?
We'll make a video. We'll put it on YouTube. You know?
Sure.
Yeah, because you can make money on YouTube if you get 300 million views, right?
Yeah, if you got a great ass with injection plants, you can be a big star.
Yeah, or you go to South Korea and you get do some cool dance moves and, I don't know.
Do you still own a didgeridoo there, Andrew?
I'm going to sell the didgeridoo, right?
Didgeridoo right.
Yeah, I'm going to put, in all seriousness, when I did say I was, when I, didgeridoo. Yeah, we get the didgeridoo. Yeah, I'll bring my hacky sack and we'll form a little peace circle and
What's the other cliche thing in Australia? Didgeridoo.
Have a mate.
Billabong.
We're gonna.
Is that old water?
You Aussies still. What does fair dinkum mean?
You tell me that. What does it mean?
I believe it means that things are good. It's authentic and but nobody really says that anymore. It's kind of
Fair dinkum?
yeah, no, yeah.
Sounds like a country singer.
Once on tour, I kept this accent for 3 days, and I went across to Lawrence in America, and I said to the band, I was like, my name is Taylor, and I'm gonna talk like this for 3 days. And I went to the gigs, and I talked to fans, and I was like, yeah, right, let's do photos, and I stayed in this mode for 3 days.
And how did that go, Andrew?
It was great.
One second. There's no need for that, Andrew. That is out of order. Okay, let's we gotta wrap it up soon.
Can we do that in time when we start the song?
I was just tuning the bass. Okay, we're gonna do a song that we did earlier from his new album.
It's called "Sponsored by Metamucil,"
Yeah.
which is
Is that a laxative? It's kind of a laxative. Gives me heartburn.
or me, lazy. Don't you
Call us lazy. Don't you call us lazy.
guitar solo.
You
Don't you call me lazy, baby.
tie your kangaroo down, sport. Tie your kangaroo down. Tie your kangaroo down, sport. Tie your kangaroo down.
Watch me wallabies.
Do something, boy. Do you didgeridoo? Did you do?
Leave it out, governor.
That sounds English. Watch how you go up the apples and pears.
Do that nice solo stuff you're doing before. You leave it out, baby. What else?
I don't know. I think we got to knock it on the head.
So don't you call
Rock and roll.
sweet child of mine.
Thank you, Andrew, for coming in on the box.
Thanks, Jonesy.
That was Andrew Stockdale, everybody, from Wolfmother. His album, Slipstream, comes out this Friday, September 14th.
Oh, yeah.
And he's actually got a gig with Wolfmother on the 30th at the Observatory in
Yeah, come on down the observatory, right?
Santa Ana.
It's gonna be rocking.
We're going to have a great time, Andrew. Thanks for coming by. Gary Moore's up next. I'll see you later.